It's been called the signature wound of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Nearly 350,000 military personnel suffering from some form of traumatic brain injury since 2000.
Now lawmakers are demanding a review of the Defense Department's efforts to identify, prevent, and treat TBI related to exposure to blast overpressure. Mike Gooding has details.
Fire! Military personnel exposed to repeated blasts, including those experienced during combat deployments and heavy weapons training, may have elevated risks of migraines, PTSD, depression, hearing loss, chronic fatigue syndrome, and other conditions, according to a 2023 study by researchers from the Naval Health Research Center. The National Library of Medicine reports that consequences for veterans with traumatic brain injury include depression, with increased risk of suicidal ideation, suicide attempts, and suicide completion. Now, a bipartisan group of lawmakers, including Virginia Senator Tim Kaine, has sent a letter to the Government Accountability Office to request a review of the Department of Defense's efforts to identify, prevent, and treat TBI related to service members' exposure to blast overpressure.
The training that we put a lot of our military through involves repeated use of firearms. That's as it should be. We want to train people to be good with them. But sometimes the hearing protection isn't what it should be. And sometimes maybe the volume and pace of what we require is more than, the hearing or even brain can bear.
Kaine told me in April that it is critical that the nation protects its service members and veterans.
This is something that people have been aware of, but it hasn't really been studied and kind of managed to try to make sure we're doing right by our folks.
Mike Gooding, 13 News Now.